This was not just a bunch of insiders dumping on an unsuspecting public. No, it was merely a plan gone wrong, quote, at a presidential level.
Javier Milei lie? No.
It all quickly falls on the shoulders of one Hayden Davis. Dave Portnoy, he blew the whole thing open.
Money.
Whose money is it?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not mine. It's Argentina's.
He's trying to get Dave to play ball, and Dave's just going, well, no, I'm going to be transparent about all this. And Hayden's like, no, transparency is bad in my business. The screenshots of the text of Hayden saying, don't tell anybody that I gave you this. And Dave just immediately putting it out there, going like, he told me not to tell you guys, but here it is.
So I'm like, I'm back in on Libra. Only problem, dumping money in. Only problem, I'm buying the wrong Libra. I guess I'm the owner of Long Libra, these trenches. I'm crawling. I'm crawling. I'm looking downtown with Betty on me. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on. So listen up to Betty on me. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. We've got a really, really great episode for you today. It's going to be full of drama.
Intrigue.
I was just going to say intrigue. That's very good. Drama, intrigue. What else? Lies, corruption.
Danger.
Danger, actual danger.
Actual danger.
Presidential drama. It's, I mean, this story's got everything.
Threats to life and property.
I'm really surprised that I haven't heard it anywhere in the lamestream media.
Dude, you think the lamestream media is covering this?
No, they're covering...
They're too busy with their heads up their asses.
Oh, man, you cussed.
You can't say ass?
Oh, okay. All right, then we're fine. Okay,
Hey,
great.
let the asses fly.
All right, well, not too many.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so folks, before we get started, if you're in Portland, Oregon, or anywhere within the vicinity, we are coming to you. We are coming on April 13th. It's a Sunday. You have no excuse. There's no holiday that day.
Some of you might have excuses. Maybe you have a final the next day.
Maybe you've got a death planned.
Maybe you're getting surgery that day and you won't be able to make it. But
True.
if you don't have a final the next day or surgery that day,
yeah, tickets are going fast.
Grab yourself a ticket.
We've got a link in the description, the description, and it's going to be so good. I thought of a fun bit the other night when I was smoking the reefer, but I actually don't know if it's just a stupid thought. It's probably stupid, actually. I should go back and...
Yeah, we'll see.
I had one of those. I'll talk about it in the bonus episode, benandemilshow.com, because I got too high the other night and thought I was having a heart attack again.
Oh, great.
But I was by myself this time. It wasn't fun, man. It was not fun. Okay.
Oh, one quick reminder that we are going live this Friday at noon from our channel, which we're having so much fun with those. We're going to just try to keep doing it weekly. So if you want to join us and you're watching this on Thursday.
It's going to cost you, though.
No, it actually costs.
No. Oh, it's not? It's free?
It's completely free.
Okay, it's free.
You can tune in live for free.
You can tune in live for free.
Friday at noon.
Yeah.
And we'll be there every Friday unless we have a final the next day or we're getting surgery.
Yeah, or we have a death planned. Yeah. So, yeah, join us Friday. Ben, you're already here. Well, unless you're an audio listener, in which case, what the hell's your problem?
Oh, yeah, audio listener, come join us. It's great. You can get in the chat. You can do all kinds of things.
Audio listener, how are you? This is Ben speaking. I hope you're feeling good. Huge shout out to my friend Kate and my friend Paul and my friend Shane. These are all people who listen. Anyway, okay, hey guys. We've got oh my God. This is the biggest story. This is bigger than the Trump coin story.
Oh yeah.
So we've tried to organize. I mean, there are so many things. And even as I was going over the outline today, there was more stuff coming out.
Yeah, and there's so many weird people coming out with their own tale about their interactions with some of these players, and it's just it's hard to keep your head screwed on.
So let's go over what happened in a nutshell. In case you've been incapacitated, I'm not going to say living under a rock because I'm just not going to do that.
Well, we're going to talk about Libra coin.
Yeah, President Javier Milei, the sideburn. What would you call? Oh, give me a nickname here, because you called Elon Musk the South African jumping bean.
I don't know. He's the
Argentinian.
He's the libertarian guy. You guys have seen all your least favorite people cheer on. Elon Musk counts him an important thought leader for him. He's a very strange looking man.
Wow, he leads thoughts?
He's got very strange
sideburns.
Just a strange life in general, strange opinions. And he's been tasked with saving Argentina from their economic crisis.
Yeah. And he tweeted on Valentine's Day about Libra, a token, a crypto token that he said would help raise funds that would go directly to small businesses and help Argentina's economic growth. Sounds great. It reached a $4.5 billion market cap before absolutely collapsing, netting insiders over $100 million in profits. I bought this coin.
And prompting Milei to delete his tweet of support and promptly wash his hands of the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And
so what happened? Who was involved? Who's going to jail? And where did all that money go? It's a veritable who's who of the recent crypto mania, including big names like our pal Dave Portnoy.
I wouldn't go as far as to call him our pal, but
his involvement is perhaps just the funniest dumb little dipshit cherry on top of the whole thing, because he is truly an agent of chaos throughout all of this. But like we said, it is the most incredible story I've personally heard in years.
It is. It's also so funny because I kept being like, oh, we got to remember to cover the Wtr return. You know, she's talking about how she didn't have anything to do with it. She made it back to her podcast, and then you're like, oh my god.
Oh, this is. I mean, bear with us,
that
folks.
just all seems so charming.
Yeah,
compared to
no kidding, man. But yeah, I remember I was walking around on Saturday, and my friend Drew sent me a text, the President Milei text, and tweet. I thought, tweet, yeah, thank you. And I thought, Jesus, I guess I should buy this fucking token. And I bought it, and it was like $2 and I don't remember, $2 or $3 at the time.
But you were mostly interested in helping out Argentinian small businesses.
I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
You believed in, and Libra, they're saying it might be a nod to the libertarian or,
freedom.
His freedom.
So I bought it, and then about 30 minutes later, I went to check on it, and it was already down. I was already down like 30%, and I thought, oh no, that's not good.
That's not good for those Argentinian small businesses.
So I bought a little bit more, and I thought, it's just going through a rough patch.
This thing will turn around.
This will come back. And I bought it at like $2. And then the next time I checked, it was at 50 cents, and I thought, well, that sucks. And then I just sold it all. And then I watched all this shit unfold. So let's get into who the players are, because there are just a few.
And this is an important
players.
tale for anyone who's watched all these things and been like, you know what? Maybe I just maybe I can be one of these guys who makes their fortune on these meme coins.
I think this one marks the top because Adin Ross, the genius wonderkind of the internet, just had a live stream with a couple of the other. They call themselves the LA Vape Cabal, which are just a group of
words that make you want to kill yourself.
They're guys who look exactly like you picture them if I were to tell you they are LA-based crypto influencers. Unwashed, bleached hair, bad piercings, tattoos, neon lights behind them, really cold temperature lighting in their houses, like overhead fluorescent fucking lighting and anime shit going on. Yeah, there they are. There's those guys. Look at those sweet guys. Audio listener, just imagine a bunch of shitheads together.
One of them, that guy in the center, is FaZe Banks, right?
Oh, yeah. And he's famous for being a gamer. But now since...
But he recently went on Wtr's Return podcast to act as some kind of, I don't know, olive branch to the crypto community or something. But it's a whole... And then he was pissed that they released it because he didn't think they went far enough to.
Yeah. So these guys were just talking about how Adin Ross actually made a great salient point that this probably marks the at
Did
least.
you just say Adin Ross made a salient point?
He did. He made a salient point that in as much as NFTs kind of marked the top a few years ago, this marks the top right now for a lot of the altcoin shit. So yeah, I dumped all my fart coin, for example,
Wow.
at a loss, at a big loss from my recent purchases of fart.
Adin Ross is.
I mean, partly, but so the number one player in all of this, obviously, is President Javier Milei. He publicly endorsed it. It appeared to be an endorsement of this coin. He tweeted that it was a way to help Argentina and small businesses there. The second big player is this KIP protocol, and the CEO of it, his name is Julian Pe.
Yeah, Pei, I would
Pei?
say.
He's an Asian guy, PEH. He had gone to Argentina in October, actually, and discussed helping Argentina become a decentralized and AI sovereign country. And he click that. Let's click that blog post. It's important because, yeah, so there's Julian right there with President Milei.
Historic moment for KIP protocol.
A historic moment for guys with pasty skin, because boy, are they both. I'm one to talk. But so Milei, apparently, he's probably seeing everything that's going on with El Salvador and their Bitcoin holdings, and he really is gung-ho about, he's a techno optimist. And KIP protocol, this guy Julian thinks like, okay, we can really, really help you out. And they're saying that they're going to work together. This blog post, they're talking about how the conversation centered on 3 key pillars: building AI sovereignty, supporting job creation through education, and integrating advanced AI applications into Argentina's universities. Great, cool stuff. Sounds nice, right?
Sure.
And we'll get to it later. I mean, so KIP protocol claims that they go on to claim that they have no part of this. That they are simply a company that does AI stuff.
Every time these fucking things go belly up, they're like, "Oh, we didn't know.
We had nothing to do with this."
That picture of me with the architect of the whole thing, that was just a...
No.
And the blog post where we bragged about it?
Yeah. Hey, gang, we want to take a quick break to talk a little bit about caffeine, right? A little bit of brain fog sometimes you get from that old caffeine. Today, I've been on a good one, baby. You know why? Mud water. That's why. Because caffeine, it's not all made the same. I mean, you might think it is, but coffee sometimes just doesn't do it. Tea just doesn't do it. And me, your boy, I was really struggling with that kind of thing, that kind of deal. Some brain fog, feeling groggy.
Right in the afternoon.
Yeah, right in the afternoon or in the morning. And, I'm really sensitive to the stuff, and I get them bags under my eyes. And then we started working with this mud water company, and they send it, and it's real fun. It's real tasty. Put it in the hot water. You got the little mixer. Froths right up. Tastes so good. It's got functional mushrooms. They're all the hype right now. And man, oh man, folks, I'm telling you, brain just be firing on all cylinders.
It gives you the boost you need. I
I
usually avoid caffeine because it makes me a little bit jittery and I don't like the way it makes me feel. But mud water, it's different, all right? And the best thing is you can trust all the stuff in it. Every single ingredient in Mud Water's products are 100% USDA certified organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and kosher. There's also 0 sugar and no sweeteners added.
Yep.
Each ingredient in Mud Water serves a purpose. With organic ingredients for a clean, natural boost, Mud Water's smooth, earthy flavors provide a delicious and natural source of energy. Their OG blend contains cacao and chai for a hint of caffeine and hot chocolate-like flavor. Lion's mane for focus, cordyceps to promote natural energy, and both chaga and reishi to support a healthy immune system.
And folks, there's also a caffeine-free blends available if you just are avoiding it altogether. So are you ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Head to mudwtr.com. That's MUDWTR.com and grab your starter kit today. Right now, our listeners get an exclusive deal, up to 43% off your entire order, plus free shipping and a free rechargeable frother. That's that little sound I was making earlier. These things rock. When you use code BAES. That's right, up to 43% off with code BAES at MUDWTR.com. After your purchase, they'll ask how you found them, so please show your support and let them know we sent you. Keep your energy natural and refreshing all year long with Mud Water, because life's too short for anything less than clean, delicious energy. Then you had these two guys, Mauricio Novelli and Manuel Godoy. They are from something called Tech Forum Argentina. I believe they worked with KIP Protocol and Julian.
This is where it all went down, at Tech Forum Argentina.
Yeah, Tech Forum Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
That's where these conversations first took place. But then, man, oh man, the absolute star of the show and future prisoner, federal prisoner, because this guy he's got to. I mean, he's got to go to jail.
If he doesn't end up
prison,
jail would be good for him. It sounds like if he doesn't end up in jail, someone else is going to get him first.
Because he could get legitimately kidnapped, murdered, anything. I mean, boy, oh boy.
And he knows it.
Yeah. His name is Hayden Davis, and he represents a company called Kelsier Ventures. And let's take a look at his LinkedIn page.
Another guy who looks like you imagine him to.
He is a promoter. This guy Hayden and his company Kelsier Ventures, he is a promoter for crypto stuff. He is, if you are a budding entrepreneur or whoever you are, some company, or when you hear about meme coins starting, Hayden is a guy that you want to contact if you have no idea what you're doing.
He's going to facilitate the launches for you, and they're going to collect. They're going to collect fees on the project.
They're going to collect fees. They're going to help provide liquidity. They're going to help facilitate the trading of everything to make sure that your coin launch goes as planned. Their official website on Kelsier says that they, quote, fuel Web3 innovation through the synergy of go-to-market expertise, in-depth research, and targeted investments. So it's basically, it just means a whole lot of nothing. We support Web3 visionary projects at every stage. Our expertise and resources bring your vision to life.
I love how they just also put like, here's this little triangle we designed to show you we know Web3 stuff.
Let me see.
Fueling
here we go.
Growth with strategic investments and key partnerships, possibly the president of Argentina.
So this is someone captured the
dude.
So his skills include hustling expert and business networking. His education, he went to a place called Liberty University where he studied international business, and his experience is very, very. He's got a deep bench here in his experience. In May of 2020, he founded something called Luxury Drip, and then in August 2017, before that, he was just an entrepreneur.
Well, he's still presently that. That's for 7 years and 7 months. He's been an entrepreneur of his own company, Leaders Elevate.
And then, of course, most recently, starting in October 2020, he's the CEO of Kelsier,
which is basically just a fucking company he created and made a website for.
Yeah. And you know, I gotta hand it to this guy.
It even says self-employed on there.
I gotta hand it to this guy, because if we go back, let's see what he was up to in 2020, shall we? Because he wasn't quite there. Oh
my God.
These fucking people.
He's scrubbing the internet.
He's scrubbing the internet. He was selling Supreme branded Oreos.
Yeah.
There's a photo of him with a box. See if you can find that.
I am.
Anyway, and then
damn, dude, he is fucking trying to disappear.
He's not gonna. He just,
I hope the video is still up of him that he released, the 3-minute video of him.
Oh, of course it is. I mean, it might not exist on his account.
Yeah, okay.
But it exists elsewhere for sure. And then you had, and you're gonna learn a key. Oh, that's funny. You're gonna learn a key piece of vocabulary here. There were several KOLs who knew that this thing was coming, this coin was coming, and a lot of them were paid in the currency, in this token, to promote it, including and especially Dave Portnoy. Now, what is a KOL? KOL is a key opinion leader, which is a term that I believe is unique to the crypto space.
No, I don't think so. Is it?
I don't know. I've only ever seen it in the crypto space. Maybe I'm probably totally wrong.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Here we go. There's the photo of him with the Supreme Oreos. He looks like I don't know. He looks like he looks like a baby. He looks like a big old baby, doesn't he?
He really does.
But yeah, he was hawking the fuck were Supreme. Does anybody give a shit about Supreme anymore?
I don't know.
Jim, you would know. Does anybody care about it anymore?
Not really.
Yeah, not really. Not really. Okay, so that thing that I just said about all these key opinion leaders in the crypto space knowing it was coming, folks, I certainly hope a lot of them are going to get in deep shit.
But it's not unique. I mean, we were on the live with the Trump stuff. We were scrolling through all these people who were making money, and it's there's stuff in the sell side column, but in the buy side, there's just a big old blank because they were just gifted coins. I mean, it's classic on any of these launches.
There was actually, I don't know if you saw today, I can't remember if I sent it to you or not. Bubble Maps and Coffeezilla, huge hat tip to Coffeezilla, because I don't know how the hell he does the sleuthing that he does. But I
also don't know how he gets these people to talk. I mean,
same.
It's maybe it's just par for the course with these spaces is that these people are so fucking stupid. It's reminiscent of the like SBF thing where he just couldn't help but go on fucking interviews. ABC, just his lawyer's probably pulling his fucking hair out going, stop.
Yeah, stop.
Talking.
Please, God, shut the fuck up. Yeah, they found actually, because, people were speculating about who made how much from the Trump coin insider knowledge. They found one guy, I think his name is, what was it, Hakeem?
Hakeem Jeffries.
No, it wasn't Hakeem. It was, it was just some random guy, some account on, let me find it real fast. It's worth finding. But he made this, through all of their digging on the blockchain, they found one account, one guy on Twitter who has now, he's now private. He's made his account private. Nassim made over $100 million on the Trump coin. And this guy's account is totally locked, and he's probably in the middle. He's got enough money where he can probably just fuck off forever. But so let's get back on track and look at the timeline. Valentine's Day,
a beautiful time for all of us.
A beautiful time for lovers.
We did a nice little lovers live stream.
We did. It was very nice. Milei tweets.
President Milei had other plans.
He tweets. Liberal Argentina grows. This private project will be dedicated to encouraging the growth of the Argentine economy by funding small Argentine businesses and startups. The world wants to invest in Argentina. Long live freedom! Damn it!
That's his catchphrase.
Long live freedom! Damn it!
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And then this Kobayashi letter. How would you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Another great account to follow. They discovered that the website for this was created just hours before the launch. The domain was registered for only a 1-year registration period. There's no public owner information. And yeah, there's just like, it just seems cobbled together. Within 3 hours, during which I bought the coin, I gave these guys a little bit of that $100 million is mine. A little tiny bit of it is my money. And
well, he might be made whole. We'll see.
I don't think so. I think I got a new hole, if you know what I'm talking about, because I got absolutely fucked. So within 3 hours, insiders dump just over $87 million worth of this token. I don't quite understand how it works, but allegedly these liquidity pools are a source for exactly what they sound like. They're a source of liquidity. You've got US dollars in them, you've probably got Solana in them, and then you've got the Libra token. And from what I understand, these insiders completely removed the dollars and completely removed Solana and made it so that the only source of liquidity was their own Libra tokens, which made it so that it was suddenly very illiquid, hence the crash.
Hey guys, we got to take a break to talk to you about Shopify.
Oh yeah, baby, shopping.
You know we use it. If you were at our show in Boston, you actually saw us using it. They make everything simpler for us, even going on the road and selling merch. It's the only way. Before we found Shopify, we had no idea what we were doing. We never did anything like that.
Yeah, but if you're out there and you're trying to start a business, or you already have a business and you're not on Shopify, what are you thinking? What are you doing? They are the industry standard. They are the gold standard, and there is a reason, because they make it easy. and it's just the best. They got all the resources and help that you need, that you could possibly need to start, build, maintain your website, your online presence, your online store. We did it, and we're a couple total nincompoops.
Made it very easy for a couple schmoes
We
like
had
us.
no idea what we were doing. Nobody does it better than Shopify. They are the #1 checkout on the planet, and they've got Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way fewer carts go abandoned and way more sales go up, baby. So if you're growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. So upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we use. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/BAES, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/BAES to upgrade your selling today.
Wasn't there also snipers at play here? Snipers, if you don't know, are just, I mean, they can do all kinds of things, but on launches like this, they basically have all kinds of bots who are snatching up coins in milliseconds earlier than anyone can get in there. It's basically like
a flipper.
When you go to log on to Ticketmaster to get a Beyonce ticket, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck? I was first in line. I got in here at 10 a.m. I just want to buy my ticket. And some guy's trying to sell you a resale ticket for like 10 grand.
That's a sniper.
You got sniped.
Yeah. So Milei quickly deletes his tweet, and he tries to distance himself from this thing because it's an immediate disaster. He says he didn't know the details of it, and everybody's just kind of left going, what the fuck just happened? KIP, the player we mentioned earlier, they come out, they deny everything. They say that they are not part of the launch. They didn't make any money. They are not connected to Hayden Davis. They say their business is in AI stuff. They say that they were only hired to distribute the funds upon collection to the businesses that the project purports to want to help. And they issued a statement saying exactly that. It's a really, I mean, they really get into it because they're alleging that Javier Milei and Argentina are essentially lying about them.
Javier Milei lie? No.
Because, their official statement has all of this. I mean, they've got a ton of stuff in this statement, but they do the Spanish text, the translation, and then they clarify their involvement. They say KIP Protocol's CEO, Mr. Julian Pei, did meet with President Milei on October 19th, 2024. They were an official sponsor of the tech forum. He spoke with Milei through a translator. They spoke about AI technology in general and KIP Protocol's desire to do more business in and to invest in Argentina. This was Mr. Pei's first meeting with President Milei. There was no discussion or mention of any specific initiatives, including the token project or launching any tokens. KIP Protocol is not in the business of helping organizations launch tokens. We are a technical AI company focused on deploying AI solutions. They go on to deny more stuff. I, for one, don't believe them. You know why? Because this industry has proven to be ripe with all kinds of lies, corruption, scheming, mutual backrubbing, etc.
Rug pulling, sniping, all kinds of terms.
It all quickly falls on the shoulders of one Hayden Davis. I don't know. He looks like a video game.
Dude, the glasses, I mean, when we watch the video, you'll be able to get a better look at them. They're just kind of, they're all gold all over. And this shirt, I've never seen a shirt like this in my life. I love that these guys are really living in 2040.
He looks like an anime villain. The way he's just sitting there in that chair and he's got the big broad shoulder. He looks like a huge guy. He looks like he's 6'5".
Well, I think the shirt is doing him a lot of favors there, making him look very broad shouldered.
Yeah. But he's got the broccoli blonde hair. He's got these ugly grandma gold-rimmed corny glasses. And oh man, does he go on the dumbest offensive you've ever seen. He goes on Coffeezilla. And for those who don't know, Coffeezilla is the leading source for investigative stuff as it pertains to crypto scams.
He's called out a whole bunch of people. Like the Logan Paul one was a huge one where it's like Crypto Zoo or whatever. And he often gets these people to respond to them
Yeah.
because he's doing such a good job of eviscerating their entire projects that they feel the need to then defend it and say, no, they weren't actually ripping off their entire fan base. There's a legitimate service here. But he often works with them like, here's what you can do to like make it right or whatever. I think he kind of alludes to that, Hayden. That's why he ended up coming on.
Yeah.
He says something along the lines
tries to help him.
Of, that's why I agreed to do this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with all this money I have, because he's right now in charge of about 100. Well, actually, the way he describes it, it might be closer to like $130 million all in.
With the fees and stuff.
And he's nervous that everyone wants to fucking kill him.
Hayden is on Coffeezilla. He says that there were snipers. He said that nobody knew about this, and he has no idea how snipers figured it out. In this, it's an hour-long interview. Hayden talks about how, despite their best efforts, there are snipers out there with just the bleeding edge software who are somehow able to find these projects before they launch. And he goes on to describe how they were trying to defeat the bad guys by being the good guys, kind of. Like, hey, well, we sniped our own project, aka we bought a bunch, and I'll just let it play.
He basically goes on to describe
multiple crimes
really well why you shouldn't get involved in any of these things, and basically that fraud and all of this is just an inevitability with
it's an innate, it is a feature, not a bug.
And he, even as describing it though, he's like, but we also just have to do this. This is how it has to be. We have to do these cryptos.
So let's play this clip.
Right, and you're trying to avoid all these snipers. There's not like there's this whole context around like shitloads of insiders. That's not what's going on. What's going on is you have these, I don't know how they're doing it, but these expert snipers, like guys that are clipping 1.7, 2 million, 800,000, 1.2 million into the charts. And then what you have is, because on big launches, all this volume is going to come in. And then you're like, fuck, this guy, like at one point, one of the top wallets, which for some reason still hasn't sold a bunch, I don't understand why, but had $57 million, right? And had a 5 billion market cap, or 4.5, which is what Libra was at. That's still going to crush the chart. It's not like that's 5 billion. It's not like that's $4.5 billion. So then you have to make a real-time decision where you're like, okay, do I pull do I swap some of the liquidity out to protect the floor, knowing that I know that there's more marketing plans coming? Or do I just let the chart get crushed? Right? And that's what happens every single one of these launches. That's what happens.
Okay. So what he's saying here is there are these guys who put $800,000, $1 million, $2 million into these tokens, and then they just flip them. And as soon as these guys hit the sell button, it just tanks the chart. That's what he's talking about, the chart. And he says that in those moments, he and his team have to make a decision. Are they going to sell some of the tokens themselves and then use that capital to put a floor in, so to speak, which is exactly what it sounds like protect the price, keep a bid, say it's at $1, like, okay, we got to keep supporting the price kind of artificially ourselves to absorb the sells from these snipers, or do we just let it all go to shit?
And he's referencing there that he thinks that, Javier Milei and all these people are still going to be on board and there's going to be this big push for them. So he's like, I know it's coming. There's going to be this infusion coming where there's going to be all this hype.
Exactly.
So we just need to get through this rough patch.
We need to get to that second tweet that I know is coming. And here's the thing. The second tweet didn't come. In fact, the first one was deleted. So he's left holding his...
And Milei has distanced himself from it.
He's left holding his dick in his hand fully. And he's just going, oh God, what do I do? So he says, he goes on to tell Coffeezilla all sorts of things. He says, this wasn't a rug pull in the traditional sense. This was not just a bunch of insiders dumping on an unsuspecting public. No, it was merely a plan gone wrong, quote, at a presidential level, which is it's not a real level.
Well, it's very, in the lead up to all this, we've been seeing madness, right? We covered a little bit of it. People thought there was a Cuba coin all of a sudden, but that turned out to be a.
I didn't even see that. Oh yeah,
we talked about it, but that turned out to be a hack. There was all these hacks, right? There was like a Catholic Church holy coin very briefly before it turned out to be. Did you really?
No.
Before it turned out to be a hack, and this is very clearly not a hack. This came directly from the president of Argentina.
He confirmed that KIP was going to do the nonprofit part of it, distributing the funds, and that he himself was going to do the launch and distribution. He said that this was meant as an experiment, as kind of a trial run with President Milei, because like we said, he's really gung-ho about putting everything on chain, tokenizing things. And then my favorite part is how Dave Portnoy is involved, because Dave Portnoy,
KOL Dave Portnoy.
oh my God, he just blew the whole thing open. He said that he goes on Twitter. He's talking about how he and a bunch of other people knew that this coin was about to be launched, which in itself is, geez, I mean, that is immoral at best. At worst, I can't decide.
Well,
They all knew that it was going to come.
Hey guys, we want to take one more quick break to thank our favorite old sponsor of this show, MooMoo, baby.
MooMoo.
Huge shout out to Glenn. We know and love Glenn. We know and love MooMoo. MooMoo, boy, where do I even start? They've really, really developed all their entire suite of features and functionality on this app to really make it just about the best you can find out there. If you are, whether you're trading, whether you're just beginning your investing journey, whether you're just beginning your trading journey, or whether you're a seasoned pro like myself. There's all sorts of features that you've got on there available for you. There's research tools, there's charting tools, there's paper trading if you just want to kind of tinker around and see what it's like without actually putting any real money up. You can do that. They've also got a new feature. You can do fractional shares that allows you to invest in portions of stocks for as little as $5. So you can own some of the more expensive ones without having to buy a complete share. They've also got this dividend reinvestment plan, or DRIP, which lets you reinvest your cash dividends into additional shares or fractional shares. Once enrolled, your dividends are automatically reinvested near market close at a weighted average price, helping you maximize your investment potential. There's all sorts of tools like that. So there's also option strategies. There's option screeners that help filter trades based on specific criteria. There's all sorts of goodies out there. They've got whether you've got an individual margin account, cash accounts, they've got you covered across the board. And my favorite part, no fees, baby. You're on there trading, zero commissions. And gang, they got all kinds of goodies for when you sign up. If you deposit $100, you could get 5 free stocks, or you bump it all the way up to $2,000, you get 25 free stocks. All you got to do is maintain that balance amount for up to 60 days, or for 60 days to unlock those shares. They've also got other things like a cash sweep program. And like I said, they've got the lowest margin rates, low index options prices, low equity options contracts prices, $0 commissions on stocks, ETFs, options. I mean, you really can't go wrong. If you transfer up to $20,000 from eligible brokerages, you earn a 1.5% match, up to $300 in cash rewards. So what are you waiting for, man? Go into the description, check out MooMoo, and on to the show.
Dave Portnoy has been wading into the shitcoins thing, meme coins thing, and he's extremely stoked about it. And you'll see, he even questions the legality of all this.
Yeah.
This is before he got involved in Libra.
So I gotta make a video on this shitcoin world, which I've never had shitcoin, never knew how to get into shitcoins. I understand what a shitcoin is. It's like the rocket game on DK. Like, how much are you gonna press till the rocket explodes? There's a million of these coins, a million of them. Austin, my guy, taught me how to get in. If I tweet about a coin, and I did it twice today, it was the that reality show coin, Montoya. I bought that. Tweeted that I bought it, thing went up. Then I sold it. I did Josh Allen MVP, same thing. Tweeted, hey, I'm buying this, I'm gonna sell it. I turned like 10 grand total into like 75 grand. I don't even know how. Like it happened so fast. I know if I just sat and did this, and you wait longer, sometimes you don't. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. Like I feel as though I could sit here and make millions just trading shit coins. Do you go to jail for this? Can I not do this? I think it's legal. I don't understand. This is totally different than me doing my own coin, which I won't rug pull or anything. This is just being a trader. Like I Davey day trade. Have I been?
All right, we can cut it there.
This is,
but he points out, so he's not minting his own coins and doing rug pulls. He's basically saying that I buy into coins, I tweet that I'm buying it, it fucking goes up, and he sells before any of you can sell.
And he says that he's transparent. He says, I say in my tweets that I'm going to sell these things,
right,
and it's up to you if you want to follow them. It's not, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not minting these things. I don't know how to do it. I was trying to work on a Dave Portnoy impression. I didn't quite get it.
But he's completely open and honest about the fact that he's just he's found this formula that works for him, and it's easy money.
Right. And we'll get to him a little bit later. But so Hayden goes on to say that this does not constitute insider trading. None of this does. The fact that Dave Portnoy lost $5 million of his own money buying this thing because he had prior knowledge of it going public. He did wait until 10 minutes after Milei tweeted it is when Portnoy finally bought it.
But that was because
he knew that it was coming.
Well, but didn't Hayden try to gift him?
Yes.
Hayden tried to gift him coins, and
in exchange
Dave
for
Portnoy
promotion.
said, but just so you know, I'm going to tell people they were gifted to me.
Yeah.
And Hayden said, oh, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then to Portnoy's credit, he said, well, then I can't do it. I have to be open and transparent about what I'm doing with all this stuff. And he didn't take it.
He gave him back.
He gave it back, but he did still buy in because he believed it was going to rocket up.
And
with
to
the
his
support of
credit,
Milei.
he bought it after it. I'm sure he was talking to a lawyer, because even if you have knowledge about something, I don't believe it constitutes insider trading as long as you buy it after it becomes public knowledge, which is what he did. It got tweeted.
Oh, so he waited for Milei to tweet.
He bought it 10 minutes after it came out. He bought $5 million worth, promptly lost it all, and then Hayden Davis felt bad and personally refunded him the money.
From his own funds.
From his own funds. And Hayden says, this is just what happens with key opinion leaders. This is the way the game works.
I think he also said, don't tell anyone I'm doing this, paying you from my own funds. And he, of course, posted the screenshots.
Yeah, it's so great. I mean, we'll get to that in a bit. But Hayden goes on to say that because of the way that these are features and not bugs of the whole crypto meme coin space, they should not be treated as capital markets. They should be treated as casinos. And he seems to believe that because they shouldn't be treated as capital markets, they aren't subject to the same rules and regulations as capital markets. That none of this constitutes insider trading. None of this constitutes market manipulation. It's just the way the game works.
These also aren't subject to the same regulations as casinos and gambling. Casinos are one of the most regulated industries in the country. I mean, forever it was relegated to just one portion of the country where you had to go there if you wanted to do it. I mean,
Coffeezilla then he confronts him and he says, hey, we found that the same wallet that you used to refund Dave Portnoy is linked to sniping Libra. And this is where he says what he says right here. Let's play it.
If you launch the coin, isn't it unfair for you to snipe the coin?
So I would say no. And I would say that for a couple different reasons. Number one, a lot of the times when, and again, this is it's a much larger conversation, which is what I told you in text. But most of the time when I have different money in different places, obviously.
Cool.
But from the standpoint of sniping, most of the time when we're sniping, we're attempting to avoid other snipers getting in.
Got it.
Right? So whether that's, and by the way, I don't conduct snipes. I'm not a dev. I just want to throw that out there I don't even know how to. If you put me in front of a computer and had me try and figure out how to snipe, I don't even know I've never done a bot. I don't know any of that shit.
But you're not denying that wallets linked to you sniped Libra. But you're just saying you didn't do it.
Link to the project. I wouldn't say link to me. I would say link to the project.
Link to the wallet which refunded Dave, which Dave said was your personal funds.
That just happened to be at the time of stress where we moved money from, but that was just a mistake. I mean, if anything, because like in that particular case, all I would do is like that money, when it went back into the chart, it would just flow through another wallet back into the chart. Like that money that we consider sniping, quote unquote, is the project's money, right? That's how we.
All right,
that's how we do it.
Let's stop.
I mean,
so he's basically admitting to market manipulation, which is majorly illegal. It is not legal to use funds to prop up, support, or pump the coin that you are launching for the purposes of maintaining the illusion of liquidity or maintaining the illusion of there being a lot of buying pressure, a lot more buying pressure than there might actually be. He's admitting.
What if it's for the good of Argentinian small businesses?
That might change things.
You might be
Your
able to
Honor, can we have a 5-minute recess to discuss this? He's saying that, well, the only reason we're engaging in this illegal market manipulation is because if we don't, someone else will, and it'll tank the thing. So we're doing it for the greater good, which is, at the end of the day, it's noble. It's noble, but it's not legal. That'd be like, hey, I'm going to go rob this bank at gunpoint and use all of the money, donate all the money to cancer research. Hey, that might be noble, but it still ain't legal, pal.
Also very confusing. Not confusing. He's lying when he's talking about, that's from a wallet that has nothing to do with it. And then in the next sentence being like, yeah, we chose to use that wallet. That was a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, he deserves some kind of award for the most. I mean, we're talking federal crimes that he is admitting to. But anyway, these blockchain sleuths and these analysts, including Coffeezilla, including these Bubble Maps people, then found evidence suggesting that the entities involved with Libra are also the ones that were behind the Melania coin launch, which was a major. It was just a total flounder on.
Can we play that moment where he asks him about that, because it is one of the most.
Yeah, go back to that YouTube, the YouTube video.
I wish there was video of him so I just would love to see his brain, because there is a huge pause, and I'd love to see his brain calculating.
Well, we can see what he looks like when we show his appearances on Dave Portnoy's stream a little later.
Just in this moment, I'd love to see him thinking about what he should say.
Everyone's mind, mine especially, which is, were you part of the Melania launch, and was that sniped as well?
I mean, look, I think that I told you like beforehand before this started. I mean, I'm happy to share the truth, but I mean, you're asking a question that's it's just, I mean, I'll answer, but it's factually going to put me into a lot of danger, which is fine. I'll answer.
Which is fine.
I was part of it. I think the team did want to snipe it because of how big the snipe was on Trump's, and we weren't we definitely weren't the big sniper.
Got it.
We were not that was what we were trying to avoid. And
Coffeezilla can't believe it.
We didn't make any. There was no money made from the Melania team on any. We didn't take any liquidity out.
Don't believe you.
Zero.
Don't believe you.
Okay.
It's also all so counter to the things he says of like, we don't even know how to snipe, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, the team did want to snipe the Melania
And he
coin.
says because they saw how big the sniper was on the Trump coin ended up, for all intents and purposes, it succeeded massively, despite there being a big sniper.
Right, it did
which is what he says they're trying to avoid, because a big sniper could tank the whole thing, which it could. Didn't in the case of Trump. And I just love that he full on says we didn't make any money, but he goes on to say that nobody can. He basically says nobody can do crypto or meme coins without pumping and dumping. You can't. You have to do it. You have to do this kind of shit
Well, because of all the other snipers, you have to be the good sniper. There are people who are constantly
flipping your shit.
Yeah, and have programs that are watching and ready for any kind of launch and able to buy it up before you can even get it to the hands of.
My favorite part is how he says that all of this is just bullshit. And the entire crypto space, all of these coins have no utility, no practical use. They offer no external value. Coffeezilla goes on to describe how Coca-Cola is a great example of a company of something that does provide utility to consumers, to shareholders in the form of shared profits via dividends and whatnot, and that this is all just one big fucking nothing.
Right.
And Hayden says, well, we have to do all of this dumb shit in order to get to the utility that will come eventually. But until then, it's just a fucking, it's a free-for-all. It's mayhem. It's every man for himself to just shill this shit and extract as much money from an unwitting public as possible, because, you know, if we're not gonna, if we don't do it, someone else will. Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's worth watching. He really gives the game away. That moment where Coffeezilla describes it as all just extractive value, Hayden says, but that's anything. And he goes on to describe how companies do provide stuff. And he's just kind of like,
yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, because you're right. He tries to say that this is no different from the stock market.
Right.
There's no value in that either. It's all fake. It's like, I mean, sure, I can understand what you're saying. But my favorite thing is when Coffeezilla then asks him what he's going to do with the $100 million+ that he is now the sole possessor of. And he says, oh, maybe he's going to give it to a nonprofit.
Right. He's got a few options.
He's maybe going to give it back as a refund, or he can inject it back into the coin itself.
Right. He wants
let the market figure
He
it
wants
out.
to do the most fair thing. The nonprofit thing, he was like, well, maybe that would like at least be in line with the spirit of the launch of Libra. We give it to these Argentinian nonprofits and disperse it to Argentinian people somehow through that. I think everyone would agree that's not going to make investors in this happy or like really accomplish anything.
Won't make me happy.
The other one was this refund, but it would obviously take a tremendous amount of work. He would have to hire some kind of external auditing team to even.
I mean, there were
begin
50
to get to the bottom of who's owed what.
Yeah, 50,000 token holders. It showed at one point. And I'm one of them.
And then
I was.
The last option is, believing in Libra so much that you
put it back in
and get this thing jump started.
But the biggest thing I found interesting is that he said that he has leverage. He said that this money is leverage that he's got. He says that, this is his leverage over Milei so that they don't kill him or something. And I mean, if I'm him,
he's described threats to his family. Hayden has described threats to him and his family, and
I would definitely be nervous if I were him.
I mean, do we have that clip? Can we play that clip of the guy really freaking out about his Rolex and stuff?
Here's some muscular crypto influencer guy.
Here's one guy who might be after him.
I'm broke. I'm fucking broke. I'm gonna find you. Devs. I'm gonna find you! You rugged me! I have nothing! I have to sell my Rolex! I have to sell it! I have to sell all my shit! And I don't have anything! I guess you pieces of shit! You rugged me! You all rugged me, bro! And I'm gonna find you! I'm broke!
What is he what is that? Like a hookah?
That's a hookah.
I thought it was a bomb.
Just incredible.
Let's go now.
This guy's jacked. I would not want him coming to find me.
Let's play a little bit of Hayden on Dave Portnoy's show, because it's really, really great. Under Whose Money Is It? Okay, let's play it. It's really great. This poor kid.
What to do with money that's not mine? It's not. I'm not never claiming it's my money. I'm not running off with the money. I have no desire to run off with the money.
Whose money is it? That's what I don't. I think that's the question.
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not mine. It's Argentina's. I don't know what association you give with that. I mean, the point was, like, Milei's team, or who I thought was Milei's team. I mean, again, you're talking to
But
a guy
like even at one point when we were talking, we were going back and forth, and we had a couple discussions about this during the course of like deciding to launch, where you're like, I think, and again, this is how I looked at it, and I actually said it to you. I'm like, I wasn't trying to make money with my coin short term, and I think it's like you were telling me like I wanted the thing audited. I wanted all the money in public wallets. I was going to tell people what wallets it was in, so people could. I was going to tell people exactly what I said. I'm going in and out, and I want it all tracked. So you've said to me like they kind of went back. Like I thought I was going to be able to inject capital back in, and then it didn't happen.
Well, yeah, two things happen if I'm super honest. One is I mean, there was a third party journalist in the room just for my own safety because I thought something like this in a worst case scenario could happen that documented the whole thing. So that'll be posted at some point, probably like later today or this week. But I was instructed, hey, don't inject any back in until Milei's second video,
which never came.
So Milei's second video never comes.
All right, that's good. He goes on to just say that none of this is his fault, that he's just executing and making decisions based on what KIP wants. He hoped that this would all become a utility. And then he pretty much says his reputation is destroyed and that he is the victim of this situation and that his life is in danger. Now, my favorite part of
everyone pray for Hayden.
Yeah, we are all praying for Hayden. He flew too close to the sun. He got involved as a cryptopreneur advisor guy. He made some money on some coins, and it all just fell apart. As who would have guessed? My favorite thing though was the bombshell that he dropped on Coffeezilla's interview, which was that there were people in the Trump coin launch who were privy to it, which we all speculated. We all figured there were people who knew and were able to buy in, not just snipers with their programs and their coding and stuff, but actual people who were told, here it is, here's the address, you're able to buy in. He said that there were people who bought in on Trump coin at a $500 million market cap. And keep in mind, this thing went into the tens of billions in market cap. So these people made 10, 20, 30 times their money. And I think that this guy, Crypto Nick, let's play the Nick was in on it. Because he's at
the crypto ball in Washington, D.C.
He's the guy who looks like Homer Simpson.
Yeah, very unsettling face. He looks I don't know. He looks like not of the natural world. I don't know.
He's got just everything's big about him. Ears, where his mustache should be. Good God, man.
But we're happy for him. He's very rich.
So this is him probably incriminating himself also.
$8 billion and nobody here owns it. Not a single person. I don't think he doesn't even own Trump coin. Patriot bubble, baby.
Oh my God, man.
None of them own the token. What? What's the ticket? Trump. Who? Trump. Oh, hell yeah. It's at $8 billion right now.
I mean, this guy Nick is probably up millions of dollars at this point. It's got to feel so good. He's on cloud nine. He can't believe it. He's not going to go to prison, he thinks. Anyway.
I got a feeling. I don't know if all of these guys are going to prison, but we'll see.
Yeah. So now let's cut to Dave Portnoy's Twitter Spaces stream, where he describes the whole thing pretty succinctly right here. And I really appreciated his candor.
You had a wild story. So the thing launches, and Hayden is like, you're in the ledger. You're in the marketing program that we built for this. And he's like, sends me, I think it was 6 million coins, something like that. Maybe 6.5. I forget what it was. And again, I wasn't overly surprised that I got the coins because he told me I was in the plan. So
he does that, and I'm getting ready to tweet.
Okay.
Like, hey, this is a great launch. Milei is a great launch. Great launch. Get ready to tweet it, this, that, the other thing. And I send it to Hayden, and I'm like, this is what I'm going to say. I'm proud to be part of this project. I like what he's doing in Argentina. I bought a lot of my own, but they also gave me coins. And he's like, you can't say that they gave that we gave you the coins. I'm like, what do you mean? I have to say that. And he's like, well, no, then it seems like you're an insider. And this, I think we got confused. Like, I knew about it before. Whatever the case, they're like, no, you can't say that we gave you coins. I'm like, well, I can't accept coins if you don't fucking let me say you gave me coins and I'm part of the project. So I literally sent the coins back.
I have to say, I'm shocked. I did not know that he was such a.
This is it's
just wanted everything to be.
He's an agent of chaos in all of this. He's so open. He then goes on. We don't have to show it, but he shares his screenshots of his text with Hayden. Hayden says in the screenshots, please don't tell anybody that I gave you a refund with my own money. And Dave tweets it out just like, here he is saying that he's asking me not to do it, but I'm telling everybody. And Hayden's probably
this poor kid.
He's probably,
I asked him not to say anything.
Please, I'm making you whole again. Because as it turns out, Hayden and Dave Portnoy have been talking about Hayden's trying to get his business. That's why he gave him back the money. He's trying to win over his business because Dave Portnoy's been talking about launching his own coin for quite some time. Hayden is just the guy to help him do it. And so he's really trying to scratch his back, giving him these free Libra tokens. But then Dave doesn't understand how to play the game. He's got a little bit of integrity, so I thought, because Dave even can't help himself. He goes on to incriminate himself, describing he's this Coffeezilla letter has this tweet of Dave Portnoy saying, and for anybody who has been following Mr. Ice's picks, who I don't know who that is, you know he had to sell. There are advantages to being one of my best friends, staying in my house when I'm trenching.
That's what he calls, being in the trenches.
Yeah, being in the trenches, trading these shit coins. But I provided plenty of liquidity for everybody to make money. And he's got this, he's replying to this tweet of himself saying, meet Elio, who's a friend of his, who he's openly admitting that this friend of his helps him to manipulate these coins and buy in when Dave is tweeting about them. So it's all just a fucking mess of these guys just fully incriminating themselves. And then the best part is Dave Portnoy. So after all this stuff happens, President Milei tweets again about Libra token. And Dave Portnoy goes, oh, damn, I got to buy into Libra token again. And he plows $170,000 worth into the wrong Libra token.
This is by far the funniest thing that happened.
This is my favorite part.
Sunburnt fucking... Get this man out of the sun.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, play it.
Quick update from the trenches. Milei, this fucking league. Milei tweets how to buy Libra. Like he's back in on this fucking Libra. So I'm like, I'm back in on Libra. Only problem, dumping money in. Only problem, I'm buying the wrong Libra. I'm now 200 deep into the wrong fucking Libra. I guess I'm the owner of long Libra, these trenches. I'm crawling. I own a million of fake Libra.
He bought
Libra to the moon.
All right,
we can cut it.
He bought a coin that is associated with the astrological sign Libra,
which is common. If you've ever tried to buy a meme coin,
there's so many different ones.
Yeah, you try to buy. I think we've probably shown it on the show. You try to buy I love my suitcase coin because you think Barron Trump's video is going to be the latest meme coin. You can't even tell which one to pick. There's hundreds of them, if not thousands.
Throughout all of this, I really love that he's this ancillary character who is just fucking up this poor Hayden kid's life. Well, I shouldn't call him poor, but he's trying to get Dave to play ball, and Dave's just going, well, no, I'm going to be transparent about all this. And Hayden's like, no, transparency is bad in my business. He's sharing his text messages.
Work in crypto.
Like literally it's so fucking funny. The screenshots of the text of Hayden saying, don't tell anybody that I gave you this. And Dave just immediately putting it out there, going like, he told me not to tell you guys, but here it is. So this begs the question. Dave Portnoy got some free tokens, gave them back. Who else got coins for free? Which other KOLs got these tokens for free and didn't disclose? Well, one of the LA Vape Cabal accidentally incriminated himself on a live stream. He is on the phone with FaZe Banks, the gamer fucking stand-up guy that we talked about earlier. And midway through this call, Thread guy mutes the call, or he mutes his microphone, covers his mouth, obviously telling the guy, hey, I'm on stream right now. Don't fucking admit to what he's about to admit to. Go ahead.
Lost money too. Fucking Pierce and Todd both lost money. I feel so bad. Todd's down like fucking. My manager's down like 20 G's. Feels like everybody lost money on this. I round trip, bro. I was up like fucking 300. I got in really, really early. I was up like 300K. And fucking luckily.
Mutes it, covers his mouth. They talk for about 20 seconds. Hey, bro, don't incriminate yourself. And the chatters, you can see the chat. They're already starting to be like, yo,
he was early.
Yeah. Sus. Banks early, duh. OPSEC, bro. I mean, it's really fucking funny. All right.
Insider mode.
Rounding it off, we then had all the reactions. So there's this, I mean, Jesus Christ. Some of these things sound so made up, but there's this DeFi, and I was DMing with this guy, Moti. He's the founder of something called DeFi Tuna.
Of course, you know DeFi Tuna.
DeFi Tuna, I believe, is a fledgling exchange of sorts. They're out there trying to make it happen. This guy exudes a lot of honesty, I think, because he was openly calling people out on Twitter. He says that Kelsier invested 30 grand in them, and he promptly returned it after all this. He says that they did work with Hayden on the Melania coin launch, and then bailed when Hayden asked them to sell 1% of the supply in sketchy ways that avoid on-chain tracking. Because DeFi Tuna was given 1% of the supply to provide liquidity. And then Hayden was like, okay, guys, dump it all. And they were like, whoa, that's not what we're supposed to do. That's not how this works. And he's like, no, dump it all. And he was basically asking them to launder it via NFTs. Like, put it all in NFTs. And he was like, we're not going to do this with you. This is fucking insane. And then he goes on to call out the CEO of Meteora. Meteora, as you guys probably remember, was the exchange, the as of yet unknown, very little used exchange on which Trump coin was launched. CEO of Meteora, he says, enabled all of this. He says that it is an internal secret that there is a massive spiderweb of influencers who are banking millions from the Meteora community enabled by the leadership team of Ben. He's basically
not this one.
Not this one, not me. He's saying that this happened across multiple projects, including AI, whatever coin these are, Mates, there was an Enron coin, Melania, Libra, and over $200 million was effectively stolen. He's got screenshots that indicate that Hayden shared mint addresses, meaning the addresses of these things before they launch, with a network of influencers ahead of official launches, allowing them to essentially print money for themselves. So when I say that this is a huge, huge, huge story, I really can't emphasize that enough. I mean, you've got this guy saying what everybody has suspected, and it's so wild because history truly does repeat. This is just like what penny stock pump and dumps were 10, 15, 20 years ago. It was, instead of these influencers, it was newsletters, it was mailing lists under the auspices of like, this is research for a company. Right. But then in the fine print, it would be like, we've been gifted, or not gifted, but in exchange for our services, you know, so-and-so has been allotted our 500,000 shares of this, which we may sell at any time. And usually they would. It's really wild to me to see that there truly is nothing new under the sun. And this stuff just continues in just a new morphed way that the underfunded, understaffed SEC is probably.
Oh, the SEC is, I mean, with the new administration, there's no way there's going to be any kind of regulation. I mean, crypto won the election. Mm-hmm. It's open season. I mean, all you can do is just avoid this shit. Do not get mixed up in the latest meme coin. It doesn't matter if you've got a confirmation of a tweet going out from a president.
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely fucking bananas. I really hope that something happens, because not only are these guys openly incriminating themselves, admitting to these felonies, but then you've got people like this Moti essentially corroborating it and saying it goes a lot deeper than just this Libra token launch. It is an ongoing, reoccurring thing wherein, to help pump these things, and Hayden said it, that this is how it works all the time. You've got these, if you've ever wondered, like I have, how the fuck do these crypto influencers hit it every time? How do they make all this money? And I know in the back of my head, it's because they have prior knowledge, but then this guy's just outright saying it. It's because they've got prior knowledge. They are gifted these addresses before anything happens.
Can we do one of my favorite Hayden stories? This is from Steven Enamakal. I don't know. I'm obviously fucking that up. But he gave a funny story about the Libra orchestrator Hayden Davis. A long time ago, I met him to launch an NFT collection for Maha. That's not Make America Healthy Again. That's something else from before. Hayden invited me to a fancy sushi restaurant in LA for dinner called Nobu, which was pretty famous. During the meet, we sat together to discuss the launch, and Hayden ordered almost everything that was super expensive on the menu. When the food came, I never saw a person eat so much sushi so quickly. I wondered if it was humanly possible to consume that much sushi, but there it happened right there in front of me. We spoke a bit, brainstormed a few things, made some promises, but nothing really valuable came out of the meeting. When it came time to pay the bill, Hayden said he quickly had to go to the washroom, and so he left. The bill had just come. I waited for over 20 minutes for Hayden to come back, and it was getting too late. I looked around my seat and surprisingly saw him hiding far away near the washrooms, peeking at our table. Was he waiting
real, do you think?
Yes, because there's a picture if you scroll down. Was he waiting for me to foot the bill after inviting me over to an expensive sushi restaurant and eating all the food? I don't know what it's like in America, but if someone invites you as a guest, they're supposed to pay the bill or at least offer to split it with you. I decided that it was getting late, so I'd pay the bill myself. It was $2,000. I was pretty broke then, not going to lie, but whatever, I sucked it up and paid the bill. As soon as I did, lo and behold, Hayden came back from the washroom after 30 minutes. He told me he was surprised that I paid the bill and that was that the next meal was on him. Whatever, man. If you scroll down, there's a picture of them hanging out at Nobu.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Yeah, he looks huge. He looks like a brick shit house for sure.
This guy's got schemes online and offline.
I'd be remiss if I didn't go back real quick to mention that when Dave Portnoy outed him, his whole thing in the text, I was just looking at the texts, his whole thing, because Hayden was like, please don't tell anybody that this is my money that I'm reimbursing you with. Dave goes, well, can't everybody see that it's you? Because it's like blockchain stuff. And he doesn't get that, like, well, no, it's just all a bunch of random numbers and letters. It's just so fucking funny. Hayden himself then put out a video, again, claiming his innocence. I don't know if we even want to watch this because it's like 4 minutes long. But there he is. It's giving that guy who blew up that hedge fund, remember? And he's talking about
the sailboat.
Yeah, the sailboat, and cried. I'm surprised that he doesn't cry in this. I mean, if I were him, I'd be he's fully fucking crashing out. He's got to be having a panic attack every second over the next several days. He's fully should be going to prison for this.
It's also so much weirder, though. That guy was like sitting at his desk at his office in a suit. And it's just so weird to see a broccoli-headed guy with the worst gold glasses you've ever seen. And that shirt, like, he had to be like, what shirt should I wear for the Libra video?
Yeah. And
he's like, how about this fucking freak shit?
Perhaps the best part, because like I said, things are coming out about this. If you scroll up, right, it says Hayden bragged about this in big, bold letters. Bragged about influence. Apparently, according to CoinDesk.com, Hayden was claiming that he paid Milei's sister with cash or something, and he said, "I control that N-word" in text messages that were leaked from mid-December, saying, "I send money to his sister, and he signs whatever I say and does what I want."
I'm pretty sure. Didn't Milei in an interview say it was a paid promotion?
I did not see that part yet, but Milei did say, so what's happening to Milei is now his opponents want him impeached. he was interviewed over the weekend, and he said, I didn't promote it, I shared it, which is apparently, there's a difference, I guess. And Hayden actually backs this up. He says that Milei didn't really know anything. He's just kind of going along with this project because he believes in the AI stuff and the tokenization of things, and was just kind of trusting these people to guide him.
Yeah, the Milei responses are so frustrating. I'm not an expert. My specialty is economic growth with and without money.
Yeah.
As a guy who's a super technology enthusiast, seeing the possibility of a tool to finance entrepreneurs' projects, I spread the word. The most important lesson is that I can't keep being the same Javier Milei as always. Sadly, I have to put up more filters so that it's not as easy to reach me.
Well, folks, to round it all out, one of the internet's other major bad guy dipshit fuckwads, Adam22 from the No Jumper podcast, dropped a coin himself. Oh, he already deleted it. Oh,
you guys are such pussies.
Yeah, what a fuck. Adam22.
Which it's shocking he didn't already rug pull. It's like,
oh yeah.
When I saw this, I was like, he hasn't rug pulled people with a crypto scheme yet?
Oh yeah, he already rug pulled it. It went from a $500,000 market cap to a 4 million. So literally nothing. They did not even wait. They just fully dumped everything, and then he deleted all the posts. They made their however much money. And the best part though is, pull up Coffeezilla's Twitter account, because he DM'd Adam22.
Right, it's pretty brutal. He reached out and he said, real talk, you shouldn't run a coin. It's lame and you're going to scam or get scammed. And he says, how else am I going to afford all this galaxy gas? I don't know exactly what the fuck that means.
You don't know what galaxy gas is huffing nitrous.
Oh my God. That makes
everybody's doing galaxy gas.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, a bunch of guys who are just destroying their brains with fucking nitrous.
Yeah. This guy's in his 40s, by the way.
Not only that, he screenshotted some WhatsApp messages, guys who were already planning to snipe his project.
Yeah.
And he said, look, these guys want to snipe your coin. And he says, I don't care. I just got paid to do the tweet. I got nothing to do with it. And he says, that's even worse, scamming the fans. And he goes, I'm going to venture a guess that approximately 0% of my fans know how to do anything with crypto. He obviously calls him out on that.
There it is.
Because that's obviously a lie. Why would these people reach out to Adam22 if they thought that 0% of his fans were people who would get in on this? And he basically just says, I just did it. I mean, this is the absolute fucking worst. No idea. I just did it because Moneybag, the baby and Kodak are all doing it / did it. I don't know who's behind it.
Man, fuck you, Adam22. What a dumb piece of shit.
Cause Moneybag,
and he did that show about like who wants to fuck my wife or something. Just really scum of the earth, I would say. And I never use that phrase. But just a real bad guy, a real piece of shit guy. And also just like not intelligent, and just a real dumb idiot too. Just a real dumb moron. Huffing Galaxy, keep going, man. Maybe you'll die from it.
If he's abusing nitrous, I'm sure he's very stupid. It's that shit really fucking destroys your brain.
I just hate his whole vibe is just really fucking gross.
Moneybag,
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Coffeezilla's account right now, and yeah, the Hayden Davis bragged like we just said. He bragged about sending money to his sister. This guy is just also a really bad dude. But so let's round it out with something that's perhaps also bad. There's someone in China.
I mean, this is very unverified, and
yeah.
So would like to at least give the disclaimer that this is just a fucking tweet online, and
basically somebody burned $1.38 million worth of Ethereum. You can, whatever you can do, I don't understand the function of it. Someone burnt it, like it's gone now. But they did it because they knew it would stand out on the blockchain. And you can put like a memo on there, apparently. And someone did it in Chinese. They said the bosses of Kuande Investment, Feng Xin and Xu Yuxi, used brain-machine weapons to persecute all the company employees and former employees, and they themselves are also controlled. Brain-computer chips have been militarized and deployed on a large scale, and all military powers are using base stations, radios, and nanobrain computer chips to control all citizens.
I mean, do with that what you will.
We'll see.
I mean,
We'll see, folks. Let us know in the comments what you think.
Something Chinese.
Something Chinese continues to happen. Anyway, that's our show for this week. We really hope you've enjoyed it. And man, oh man.
Stay out of meme coins.
Stay out of meme coins. I'm pretty sure Adin Ross, I'm going to call him Adin Ross.
Rather than trying to flip meme coins, why don't you start learning how to be a sniper?
Yeah, or instead of flipping meme coins, do it classic style. Go flip burgers instead. There's a lot more integrity in it for you. And yeah, we'll see you in the bonus. Got some fun stuff in there. And so long, folks.
Coming up on this week's episode of benandemilshow.com.
By the way, I bought these chips.
You should make your own guacamole with those things.
No, I don't want to do that.
Why?
Sorry, I don't know why I did that. But real fast on the monkey thing, if a monkey were to shoot a gun, first bullet fires, that thing would freak out and drop it. It'd be so alarmed by the
well, what if
how
this
loud it was.
monkey's trained with guns? And,
oh, you mean like monkey see, monkey do? Monkey see someone shoot gun?
No, monkey shoot gun many times, trained monkey shooter.
No, I'm crashing out.
I'm crashing in.
I'm crashing my car. I'm crashing my car.
Into you. I'm crashing into you. I'm listening to a lot of Dave Matthews Band.
I'm not paying attention while I'm driving. I'm doing other things.
I'm crashing into you.
I'm crashing into you. Pay attention. You pay attention.
Here I come.
Yeah, here I come, baby. And I'm not wearing a seatbelt either.